UNLV goes on the road and takes down San Jose State in a solid victory. Lots of good to talk about, a little bit of bad, and plenty to discuss around the Mountain West. Let's break the game down. Thanks for being on the show. This is the Let's Run Podcast. Everybody, welcome to the show today. Grateful to have you joining me on a beautiful Saturday. I guess there's still Saturday afternoon at this point. UNLV with a nice victory over San Jose State, a really short-handed San Jose State team. It's important not to overstate this victory. UNLV should have won this game. They were favored to win this game by 8. They cover the spread. Ken Pom had UNLV winning this game by only 1. So good for the metrics. And UNLV takes down San Jose State 76-62. Please, while you are here, like the channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter. Really happy to have you. Happy about this game, and grateful. Just grateful for how some of the guys played tonight. A lot of the guys played tonight. I thought it was a solid victory. So let's break down the stats for you. I'm going to present my screen here and we can talk about it. We have Tavon in. Great win, but Utah State is about to do war crimes against us. Yeah, it's going to be a tough trip up to Logan, more than likely. Utah State's coming off of a really tough loss to Grand Canyon today. Their first conference loss of the season. That place up in Logan is a brutal place to play basketball. And so it's going to be tough for the Rebels in that one there. But let's talk about today's game. We'll talk about Utah State more towards the end of the show. Looking at the stats for today's game, we have UNLV's leading scorer in this one was Howie Fleming Jr. It was Howie's best game easily since that game at Memphis where Howie had 25 points. And I'm going to share this tab instead. Howie was awesome. He finished the game with a sterling 21 points, 3 of 5 from 2, 3 of 6 from 3, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 3 defensive rebounds, 8 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, and only 1 foul. Howie was the best player on the floor today. Whenever he was on the floor, the Rebels played a lot better. And it was really good because Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn expended a lot of energy in that Boise State game. And so Howie kind of stepping up really was a huge boost to the Rebels. Howie, I thought defensively was really good at navigating screens, was really good at jamming players around screens. And then offensively, he was aggressive. He did not settle for bad shots. Just an unbelievably efficient game. And if Howie Fleming's playing like this, it's going to be really tough to beat the Rebels if Howie Fleming's playing like this. Further down the roster, Kamani Hamilton, again, Kamani only 2 rebounds. The stuff with Kamani's rebounding is perplexing to me. Kamani finishes the game with 11 points. Kamani was 3 of 3 from the 3-point line. And the Rebels overall shot 47% on 11 made threes in this game. Funnily enough, percentage-wise at least, San Jose actually outshot the Rebels at 54%, making 6 threes. This game, it's important to put this game in context. The Rebels were having a much better than usual shooting night, a shooting game in this one. They were absolutely the benefactors of some, 3 of 3 for Kamani Hamilton, who's like a career 27% 3-point shooter, is not something you can expect every game. And I think that some of the Rebels 3-point shooting made other aspects of the game look better than they probably would have looked otherwise. UNLV making 11 3-pointers is not something we're going to see very many times this season. I'd be surprised if we crack 10 again, but you never know. That 3-point shooting, especially from Kamani Hamilton, who, Kamani was interesting because Kamani's his best when he is attacking the basket. He has really struggled at finishing at the rim this season. He's struggled with his decision-making. His touch around the rim hasn't been good. And so him shooting threes, his shot looks a little funky. He releases it kind of low, but if he can make threes, 3 of 3, his 3-point percentage for the season is going to go way up or up considerably tonight. I thought Kamani had a kind of an odd game, but and I'd like to see him attacking the rim. Again, only 2 defensive rebounds. That's wild to me that a guy that's 6'8" and as talented as Kamani can't get more boards. But he didn't have a bad game by any means, and he didn't hurt the Rebels very much. Only 1 turnover. Um, Looking at the rest of the roster, Dre Gibbs Lawhorn had a relatively quiet night, 34 minutes, which is surprising that he only played 34 minutes. Um, Given that he played the entire game versus Boise State the other night, he kind of got subbed out towards the end of the game, and this game was bizarrely officiated in a sense that there just wasn't a lot of whistles towards the end of the game. There weren't a ton of free throws in this game, 34 or 33 total, which isn't crazy, but it's not nothing, but it's something. I thought that Dre Gibbs Lawhorn had a solid game. He had 4 defensive rebounds, 4 assists, no turnovers, 10 points. Did have 4 personal fouls, so that's part of the reason why he started sitting later in the game. But I thought Dre was solid. Didn't need to do a ton tonight. Didn't do a ton. And when he did play, he was great. 4 rebounds. Again, why is Dre out rebounding Kamani Hamilton consistently? That just makes no sense to me. Looking at Emmanuel Steffen, he finishes with 4 points. He did go 2 of 2 from the free throw line, so good for him. Had 6 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds and 3 defensive rebounds. Had a steal. I thought Emmanuel was, again, he's a very animated guy. He's very into the game. At one point, because San Jose State as an arena is such a quiet arena, we heard Coach Josh Pastner just tell Emmanuel Steffen to shut up. And it was really weird. He was like, "Shut up, Iman, shut up. Shut up, Emmanuel." He said shut up to him like 4 times, and you could just hear it crystal clear through the broadcast. And I'm sure in that arena, you would have heard it as well. Not a great game for Emmanuel Steffen. Didn't seem to be playing under control. Did have one kind of nice basket, but Emmanuel still trying to figure out how to play college basketball. Not playing great, but Tyron Jones had an excellent first half, only 19 minutes in this game. It's kind of surprising there, but he finishes with 12 points, 5 of 7 from 2, did take a 3, made both of his free throws. Again, Emmanuel Steffen and Tyron Jones made all of their free throws tonight. That's why the Rebels were able to win this one. He finishes with 2 rebounds, 2 really emphatic blocks, and 1 steal. And 1 foul. I thought he played solid. Another guy that I like tonight, even though his stats aren't crazy, is Isaac Williamson. He had 8 points, hit 2 threes. Both of the threes were kind of play buster threes where the Rebels offense wasn't really generating a good look, and Isaac kind of bailed him out. I thought he was solid. I like Isaac kind of as an off-ball shooter if we can get it, with Dre and Howie as the ball handlers more so than Isaac and Dre. Howie just needs to catch the ball kind of off. He can't just run high screen and roll action. He has to get the ball coming off of screens, coming off of down screens, coming off of zoom action. Howie's just not a great set you up a traditional point guard. He's not a good one. But you saw tonight, I think the staff has figured out how to use Howie a little bit more effectively, and Isaac kind of shifting into an off-ball 2-guard role, especially because Dre Gibbs Lawhorn is taking so much of the primary ball handling responsibilities. I thought worked out very well tonight. So solid game from Isaac. Al Green got in there, had a dunk and had a 3-pointer. I would like to see him get more minutes. He was really bad for a lot of the early part of this season. He was a starter early on, lost his place in the rotation. And then, Jacob Benarbi finishes with 5 points, had a free throw, had a couple of rebounds. 2 turnovers. Just haven't been a fan of how Jacob's been playing lately. I think he's better than this. He just doesn't always make good decisions. And overall, just not a huge fan of how Jacob's playing right now, but still plenty of time to go for Jacob in his season. In total, the team, the offense was awesome tonight. They averaged 1 point, they had 1.35 points per possession, which is just scorching the nets. UNLV shoots 60% from inside the arc and nearly 50% from 3. Again, that's a bit of an aberration. Also, they were 91%, 11 of 12 from the free throw line. For a team that struggled so much, getting 91% from the free throw line was awesome. The red flags in this game, the things that you say, man, there were some issues here. And if they play like this against Utah State, they're going to get massacred. And they're very likely to lose to Utah State by a lot, to be fair. UNLV gave up a horrific offensive rebounding rate. San Jose State collected 43% of their own misses, which is horrendous. UNLV could not box out, and a lot of that was Emmanuel Steffen and Kamani Hamilton just not boxing out very well. And UNLV's big men, it's really their guards that have been doing a lot of the heavy lifting on the boards. UNLV's big man, Kamani, Emmanuel Steffen, Tyron Jones, even Jacob Benarbi, who is probably the best of those four, just have not been able to box out players. And it's been really frustrating because the team needs better rebounding. And they got that against Boise State. But a lot of that, again, wasn't necessarily because of UNLV's big men. The boards are going to be an issue. This Utah State team crashes the boards really hard and they score in bunches. And UNLV could go from being in a tight competitive game to down by 30 really quickly up in Logan. And rebounding is a huge part of that. The Rebels had 17 assists on 7 turnovers, which is really solid, had 5 blocks, which is great, 5 steals, which I thought was solid too. And this San Jose State team was severely limited. You got to be honest about where this team is right now. They're missing, I think, 3 starters in this one. The injury problems that San Jose State is having are just remarkable. And it seems like the San Jose State program is just stuck in a rut. And even though I think Tim Miles is a good coach, I just don't know where San Jose State goes as a program because I don't know that they're going to get a better coach than Tim Miles. And he really can't. He hasn't been able to, spark the job into offensive mobility at all, into upward mobility at all. He hasn't done good enough to get a better job than San Jose State. And the program really isn't going anywhere, but I don't really know who they could hire that's any better than him. So rough times at San Jose State. That place they play, the Provident Event Center, is just barren and terrible to play at. And overall, kind of feel for San Jose State. Looking ahead, UNLV plays Utah State. I believe Utah State's probably going to be like a 17 or 18 point favorite against the Rebels, specifically coming off of this San Jose State game and coming off of GCU. Yes, I wonder, Andrew. So let's go to your guys' comments. We have Daniel. Good to see you, Daniel. Got to bring back K-Reb. I totally agree. Nice win. A couple of comments here. What's going on with Nas? Nas just doesn't really have a place in the rotation right now. He doesn't play defense good enough. His shot selection isn't great. I really like Nas as a player. I think the team, if Nas was a part of the rotation, would be better. But Josh just doesn't really think he has a place in the rotation right now. And I don't know that Nas has done very much to prove Josh wrong on that front. I think that Nas could totally play, but Josh just doesn't want to play 10 or 11 guys. And Josh is smart to cut the rotation down. He has to. He's made his decision, and Nas isn't part of it, really. Hopefully Nas can maybe join it later on in the season as the season goes along, but Nas just hasn't proven that he deserves to be a huge part of the rotation at the current point in time. Did Tyron get hurt? I don't remember playing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Tyron. He did not play very much in the second half at all, and that certainly hurt UNLV's defense. Tyron is the best shot blocker on the team. And if you're wondering why UNLV's defense wasn't great, specifically in the second half, that's a huge part of it. I don't know if I hope Tyron's okay. I don't know anything about Tyron, but I hope he's doing okay. If the Thomas and Mack is ever quiet, we should give up as fans. The Thomas and Mack is quiet. So, I mean, I don't think we should give up as fans, but it's a pretty quiet arena right now. But overall, looking around the conference, like I said, GCU took down Utah State. That was a huge win for GCU, a huge win for that program. They really wanted that one. Their fans showed up. There's a bit of a controversy with GCU putting the telephone number of Mason Falslev on their, so people were calling Mason Falslev before the game. Not good stuff from GCU. That game was also really poorly officiated. I thought GCU deserved to win, but it was a poorly officiated game. Right now, looking at the rest of the Mountain West, Reno beat up on Air Force. If you didn't see, Air Force essentially fired their coach mid-season for hazing or basically mistreating player allegations. Air Force basketball, I mean, San Jose basketball is real bad. Don't get me wrong, but Air Force basketball is not good. That program is in a rough place right now. We also have Wyoming and Fresno State playing right now. Wyoming's doing really well against Fresno State. That's in Fresno. Wyoming's up 13-5 right now. And then tonight, the big one at 5 p.m., you got New Mexico playing San Diego State in Viejas Arena in Southern California. So that should be a great game. But guys, I thought this was a solid win. Proud of the Rebels. They're going to have to really play their best basketball to have a chance up in Logan on Tuesday. And I wish I could go up for that game, man. I really do. But guys, let me know your thoughts. Send me a DM, shoot me a comment, shoot me a DM. Let me know what you're thinking about the Rebels. Good win today. Appreciate you all for checking out the show. And I will talk to you all very soon. Let's run.